Good Saturday, everybody. It's Crypto here, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. In my last live stream, I had mentioned a rollout by Zak293’s that was pretty horrendous. And in fact, it was one that any hybrid player or dark side player should fear to the depth of his soul. It was an extremely hot roll for well over 300 rolls. So I just wanted to put the Strat with no name up against it, and I'm going to show a couple things here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to scale it up just a bit to a $5,000 bankroll, and the bets will scale up to a 110 inside with a $125 don't, which is fairly familiar because that's what I originally started with when I started testing the Strat with no name. And I had said at that point that's really good at a $5,000 level. I'm going the recovery. I have not gone through his. I've copied down his rolls, every single roll, but I've not pre-tested my strategy against it or anything. I'm just doing it here, not live, but simulated live, as if I was sitting next to him at his table playing my strategy. So we got $5,000 bankroll here, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. We got 3,000 here. This is 5, 10, so that's 4,000. 4,400. 500, 600, 700, 800, and 900. And we got 25, 50, 75, 80, 85, 90, and then 10 more makes 5,000. Okay. As far as recovery goes, I'm just going to start here, and just before I even get started, I'm going to start start gently on the first one. If I lose that, then I'm going up to the regular first level of the Dutch door. Well, first, it's going to be a gently Dutch door at the same level as the original bet, then at double the original bet. And then if I lose those two, I'll do one more at the same level, which is going to be 125, 250, and 250. And if I lose all three, then I'm just going back to the original strategy at 125 until I can get past where I lost, or to some stage where I feel it's safe again to go ahead and go back through the Dutch door. So let's get started. That I don't need any. The only way we're going to stop is if we either go effectively bankrupt, and that does not mean I go to zero. It means that I don't have enough to effectively run the strategy, and whatever is left is to drown my sorrows in alcohol. Or if I meet a 20% profit goal. To be honest with you, looking at this roll, I don't expect to meet a 20% profit goal. It's pretty horrendous all the way through for any don't player or hybrid player. A lot of back-to-back points, a lot of come-out winners, come-out pass line winners. But we'll see how it goes. So we're going to start. Get that out. There we we go. I'm going to start with 125. And the first roll is a 6. Oh, for the sake of time, if there's no, if I get to a point in the roll where I can't either win or lose and the dice roll does not affect me either way, I'm just going to quickly read through them until I get to a point where they affect the outcome, whether it's a 7 out, a come out winner, or where I hit the point or whatever. All right, so here we go. First roll is a 6. So the point is 6. And I come out with, let's see here. All right, 25 basically across with 30 on the 8. The next roll was a 3. I'm not going to try to simulate with dice. So next roll with a 3, I'll just come up here and show you here if you can see it. Next roll, so we hit the 6. Next roll is a 3. That doesn't hurt us or help us. The next roll is a 9. 9 pays 35. We're going to take this to a 120, 6 and 8. And pull this back. Let's see here. I'm going to put this over here, and this will be for any profits and stuff like that, and just so we can try to keep the rack straight. All right, so we hit the 9, and we've got the point hedged off. The next roll is a 10, which doesn't do anything, and the next roll is a 6. All right, so 6. This loses. This comes down, gets paid. We got 120, which pays 140, so that's 125, 30, 35, 40. So far we're up a little bit. Put this back in our rack. And that's the 6. Off. The next roll is an 8. Point is 8. We'll come back up with our $105, and there's the 8. The next roll is a 2, which doesn't help us. And the next roll after that is a 7. So this loses. All right, so we got 100 here and 5, so that gets 20. So that's 125 to match that. That's our 7. Cut this off. All right, the next roll is a 10. Get 5 more here. I'm going to go 110 inside. All right, the next point is an 8. 8 comes down, gets paid. 21. No, it doesn't. Paid 35. I'm still stuck on the old $15 level. 35, so that's going to come over here. It's going to come here, and the next roll is a 7. So this up here loses. This comes down here, and I'm going to get paid 25. 25, 30, 35, 40, $45. Okay, so that was 7. Oh, we're off. Next point was a 6. Our next roll was a 6. Got 105 there, and then the next roll was a 2, which did nothing, and then we come out and rolled a 6. So that is a bad roll. I'm going to move this over here. We're going to put this over here. So I lose this. That stays. I come back with 125. That's 105. What do I do there? How do I do that? That goes over here. That goes back with 125. This comes back down. And a 6, and then we rolled a 3. So 3 pays 125. So I'm back up. And then we rolled a set. Then he rolled a 7. So it loses again. Come back with 125. And then the point is an 8. And we come, see, 8. So we're going to do, we're in the recovery mode, but it's an 8. And we're just going to do this here and just try to get a little bit of it back. We're not going to try to go hog heaven on the 8. So just one hit. So the next roll was a 9. So this is going to come out. Let's go ahead and get this changed out here. 3, 4, 4. And that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so pays 35 out of this. And let's go ahead and get some more 5s over here. On the bank, okay. Okay, so that's, just gonna put that here. And after that, we're just gonna take this out and we're gonna go hedge that 8 out. I only want one hit on the 8, so I'm gonna hedge it out with 120. And then the next roll was a 6, which doesn't mean anything, and 11 doesn't mean anything. 8, so I hit this. We got 120 here, and I think no, let's see. So 120. So it pays 1. So I lose this, pays 1. Oh, let's see, hold on. Okay. So 150 minus 2. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So we'll put this back over here in the recovery pile. And then that's that point. Then next roll was a 4. So with a 4, come up here with 110 inside. And mark that one off. And then the next roll again was a back-to-back 4. So this loses. Okay. So since I didn't get all the way back out, this next one is going to be at the 250 level. I'm going to bring this back. Okay, and then the next roll was a 5. Okay, so with 5, we're going to do 6 and 8 for 102. That means I got, what is it, 204 there against 250. So then I rolled a 10, or he rolled a 10, then he rolled a 9, and then he rolled a 5. So I lost this. This is the start of his really horrendous section. All right, this comes back. And then the next roll, let's see. That was the first time I lost 250, so we'll go back with another 250. And then he rolls a 7, come out 7, so I lose that. So at this point I say, okay, well, that's enough of losing big numbers. Let's go back to 125 and start grinding. And so the next roll was a 9. And so that's 1, 2, 3. And the next roll was a 10, a 3, and a 6. 6 comes down. It's paid 35. Okay, and then the next one was a 5. It's paid 35. And this is all gonna come down, and then we're gonna go back with $100 on the 9. Just kind of push this in here. Down, we'll go ahead and see. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. We'll take that back and stack these up in here. Okay. All right, so we're hedged out on the 9. He rolls a 10, a 4, an 11, a 6, a 12, an 8, and then he rolls the 9. This loses. This comes down, get paid 25, 30, 35, 40. So take that back. So that's that one. All right. Then he rolls another 9. So again, we're going to come back out. 1, 2, 3. So 110 there. And he rolls an 8. So that 8's going to come down, get paid 35. Here. And then the next roll was an 8, a 12, and then a 5. 5's going to come down, get paid 35. This is a little bit of grindy, but you know, it is what it is. You know, if we don't, I'm not going to sit there and get blasted with $250 losses all the time. Yeah, the last couple I would have won a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so 35. Let's see, 2. Yeah, okay, 35. All right. And then, of course, we're going to hedge that out with $100 on the 9. And he rolls an 8, an 8, a 5, an 8, a 5, a 10, and a 9. This loses, this comes down, gets paid. 25, 30, 35, 40. Goes back in my rack. And then this point is off. And he rolls another 9. Point goes back to 9. Come back up. Alright, and he rolls a 5. Comes down. It's paid. 35. And then after the 5, he rolls a 3 and a 4. 4 comes down, gets paid 45, I believe. So we'll put 100 there for 2, 3, 4. So we're digging at it. Yeah, 9 times 5 is 45. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay, and then we'll take this down. Hedge that 9 for 100. And then he rolls another 4, an 8, and then another 9. So that comes at, I'll do 50 for 10. And let's see. And the next point, our next roll was a 6. So at 6, we're going to come back up with 25. Okay, so we got our 105. And then we rolled a 9, which one's 35. This all comes down. And then we're going to hedge that out for 120. And then he rolled a 10, a 10, a 3, a 10, and a 6. So this comes down, gets paid 140 after, well, actually, this comes down here. 20 gets paid 140. There's 150 for 10. Now, why do I do that? I don't know. Just, that's what we need to do. Okay. Let me check something real quick. Okay, so I'll make sure I was actually recording. Let's see, so that was a 6. And the next point is a 9. So again, we come out with 110. And then he hits a back-to-back 9. And so we lose this. This comes back to our rack. And since we're still in recovery mode, we're just coming back with 125. And then he hits a 2. So I get that back. 125 back. And then the point becomes an 8. And then he rolls an 8. So I'll lose this again. come back up to 125. And then he rolls a 10. Oh, sorry, this was off. Point is 10. Because I'm still haven't recovered that much. Just coming in with the 110 inside, sticking to the base strategy as a grind back. And so then he rolls a 7. Okay, so this loses. This is 110 versus 125. So I win 15 there to make that 125. Actually, here, just to show you. Yeah, that's right. Got mixed up. There we go. Okay, so there was 7. That's off, and back-to-back 7. Lose another one. Go back up with my 125. Now the point is a 4. Come back up with 110 inside. So far we're down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 660. 660. Need to lose another 6. $6. Make it 666 down. All right. Okay, so that was a 4. Hit the 5 next. This pays 35. Five comes down, and he rolls a 12, a 5, a 12, and of course a 4. So this just comes back to the rack. We're off. Actually, I mean, consider some of these rolls. That's not too bad. I'm only down 650, or excuse me, 750. So the next roll was a 6. That's our point, or new point. Got 105. And we hit the 9 in the next roll. So that pays 35, and I'm just gonna say 35. I'm gonna pay this back. 40, 50, ooh, that's in the wrong spot. No, let's see, 35, 40, 45, 50. This all comes down. And we're hedging the 6 for 120. Okay. All right, next roll was a 12, an 8, an 8, a 9, and hits the point for of 6 again. Oh, wait a minute. What happened? I'm sorry. I must have forgot to put that up there. Hope I didn't screw myself, but okay, there it is what it is. Okay, so there we go. So we got, oh, that's not 25. It's 5. There we go. So we hit the 6 again. So this loses, but this comes down, gets paid. 25, 30, 35, 40. We'll come back here, go up. And then he rolls an 11. You see why I said this is a horrendous roll? And then he rolls another 11. So far we're down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 950. Let's see. So, you know, we're just coasting because, you know, there ain't no reason to get aggressive anymore. The table is definitely running against us. All right, so the next point is a 4. So I'll go up 110 inside. And the next roll is a 7. So, okay. Let's come down 110. So 125. See, let's go ahead and get some. Let's go ahead and get some change. So 110, 115, 120, 125. I'm gonna change this up so I can get some room in my rack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 100. Put this back here and get 100 back from my rack, since all my 100s are sitting over there basically. All right, so this goes over here. This comes back. And the next roll was a 10. All right, 10, come back again, 110 inside. And we rolled a 5. This pays 35. This comes down. And then a 6. Again, pays 35. Let's see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For 2 of these. And I'm going to take and get $50 in 5s. Okay. I think I kept all that straight. Alright, so that pays the 30 pays 35 on the 6. I'm gonna bring it all down, and then we're gonna buy 10 for 75. This skews it in favor of the 7. So if see, we'll go ahead and do the see, that'd be, we'll say that's a $4 vig. This is close enough to 80. All right, and where were we? There's a 6. Okay, so he rolls another 6. He rolls an 11, and then he rolls the 10. Not ideal. So this loses. This, I lose my. That was a buy, not a lay. I lose my vig, but this gets paid $150. So I clawed back another quarter. That point is off, and the next roll was a 9. Okay, let's see, what can we do with this 9? Well, we're just going to roll another 9, so I'll lose this again. Back up with 125. Back on the 9. All I'm hoping for is this table to turn back in my favor and let me start start winning again, then I can get a little bit more aggressive. But the way it's going now, I'm not getting aggressive. All right, so the point. Oh, see, there was 9. The next point was next roll was a 6. So we'll come up here with our. Oh, I just got there. Our 105. And then he rolls a 7. Quick 7 out. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't hurt me none. Alright, so this is 125, and I got 105, so that should win 25 for 5. And we'll bring that back over here. Alright, the next point was a 4. Our next roll was a 4. So we'll come back up. 110 inside. And then we got a 5. The point is 5. Or missing the roll was 5. That comes down, gets paid 35. I'm going to go for another hit. So he rolled a 10 next, and then a 3, and then an 8. 8 comes down, gets paid 35. The rest of it's coming down. And I'm buying the buying the 4 for $75 with a $4 VIC. All right, so then he rolls a 5, a 10, a 10, a 6, and of course got to hit the 4. Can't hit the big winner 7, even though it's that's in favor of the 7. So I lose the VIG, but it's okay because I get paid 150. And the next roll is a 7, of course. Yeah, that's lovely. All right, so let's see. I got a bunch of these. So let's see. What I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Okay, we'll make that. That's 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These back here. I don't have to make as much change. All right, so okay, so we're back with 125, and we just rolled a 7, and we're gonna roll it. The next roll was a 2, so that wins my 125 right back, and then the point becomes an 8. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and then the next roll is a 6. That's good. That's good for that 8. So 30 on the 6 pays 35. We're going to take this down. And we'll come back up with 120 on the 8. And let's see, what do we got next? So after that 6, he rolls an 11, a 5, and then another 8. All right. Notice I've hit this point a lot more than I've lost this point on the 6 and 8. So that's why I tend to gear it towards winning the point here versus the 7. But if I'm getting hit with a bunch of 7s on that point, then I'll just change it. All right, so let's see, that was an 8, so this loses, and I get paid 140. 30, 35, 40. And then the next point is a 4. Again. 110 inside. 6. This is next roll. 6 gets paid. Let's see. 6 gets paid 35. 40, 35, 40, 40. 40, 45, 50. So pay it 50 for 15. Because he needs a bunch, we need more reds over here. And then after the 6, we get hit with a 9. That's good. We like that. There's 35. The rest of it comes down. And then we'll go, I'll buy it for 75. I need some change. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say that's a $4 VIG. Buy. I guess we can move it up there like it would be. And after the 9, we got another 9, a 6, a 6, a 3, a 2, an 11, and an 8, a 5, an 8, and then he 7s out. Lose that because they keep it no matter whether you win or lose on a pay up front. And you know, we're given every advantage on this test to the casino. All right, so I lost that. So then we go 125 to 1. Let's see. Excuse me, there. All right, so we got 125 there. I'm going to take this back here and get a black chip. So that's 125 pays 125. Slowly clawing back some of this. See, I think this was 500, 600, 700, and yeah, so I'm doing okay. I'm just grinding. All right, so that was that, and then our next point, next roll was a 9, and so we come back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where the hell the other? I'm going. It doesn't matter. Probably shit myself $5. I don't care. All right. So that was the 9, and then we rolled an 8. It's paid 35. And again, we're going for 2 hits. And the following roll is a 9. Okay, so we lose this. This comes back to the rack. There we go. Again, we're just grinding because we're well down. And then the next roll is a 5. 5, coming back up here. 110. 12 is the next roll, and then a 7. So I lose this, but I come down here and let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's bring this in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 100 for 100. And so I need to pay $15. Goes back in the rack. This goes back in the rack. And that was a 7. Next roll was a 10. Got another 10 point. Okay. Keeping it going, keeping it going. See if we can get out of this before the end of this. I doubt it, but we'll see what we can do. All right, so that was a 10, and then he rolls a 9. 9 pays 35. Put that back in the rack. And he rolls an 8. 8 pays 35. That back. And then we're going to buy for buy for 75, $4 vig. Small change. And keep going. The next roll was an 8, an 11, a 9, and then a 7. All right. So we come over here. This loses, but I get paid here $50. This is off. And then I roll a 2. Yay, we like 2s. Especially when they don't get immediately followed by a 7 or 11. Alright, so put that back in the rack. Getting there, getting there. Then the point becomes a 9. Again. Alright, we got 110 inside. Or 110 downtown. What does he roll next? He rolls, a very useful 12. Then a 4. Okay, 4 comes down. Gets paid 45. There we go. 45. You know what? I'm just going to make that 50 for 5. I'm going to go for one more hit. See, then we rolled a 2, which doesn't help us, and then an 8. 8 gets paid 35. This all comes down now. That back in a rack. And then we're going to place the 9 for 100. And we roll an 8 and then a 7 out. 7 out. This loses. This gets paid 125. Getting there. Let's see. Then the point is 4. Next roll was a 4. Again. And a 12, an 11, 11, 11. 3 11s in a row, and then I get an 8. Get paid 35. And then we hit a 6. Good deal. 35. Take this down. Get some more change. 3, 4, 5. I'll buy the 4 for $75 and a $4 vig. And then then he rolls a 5, an 11, a 5, a 5, an 8, a 5, and then a 7. All right. So we lose this and get paid 50 there. So that makes that all happy. Puck is off. And then the next roll, of course, is, well, how can I win without immediately losing more than I just won? So it's a 7. We come back. We're 125. And then we roll a 12 and then a 6. Okay, well, we got a point. We got a chance of winning something. Let's see here. So that's going to be 105. And then the next roll is a 12. And then I roll a 7. And then he rolls a 7. Okay. So this loses 105. And then it wins 125 here. So it's a net gain of $5 or $20. And then the point comes right back to being a 7, or excuse me, a 6. So we'll go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh? Okay, and then he rolls an 8. Oh, we like that. That works good. All right, so 8 comes down, gets paid 35. And this all comes down. Take my 35, put it in my rack. And then we can kind of hedge the 6 for 120. All right, so then he rolls a 4, a 10, a 4, and then another 6. This loses, but this comes down and gets paid. 120 pays 140. 25, 30, 35, 40. Put that back in a rack. This goes back to the rack. Getting there. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get some change over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 100. 100. Goes right back there. Let's see, how many hundreds do I got left over there? I'm actually making some pretty good progress here. That's 350 and change. So let's go ahead and get those 2 black chips out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. There's 200 for 200. Not doing too bad. Okay, where was I? Let's see, so that was a 6. Next roll was a 10. Come back up. 110 inside. And rolls an immediate 7. Okay, so that comes off. This comes down. 110. 15, 20, 25. And then he rolls another 7. Damn it, man. Damn it, man. All right. 125. Point becomes a 10. All right. So come back up here with 110 inside. And he rolls a 2. Why couldn't that have been a roll earlier? An 11, a 4, a 12, a 12, a 2, and then he 7s out. Well, so it didn't win a whole lot, but, you know, still win something. 10, 15, 20, 25. Stick that back in the rack. I'm just going to do this. Okay. Bring this over here. That was a 7 out. Okay. And then the next roll was a 5, so the point becomes a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got our 110 up there. And then he rolls a 6. Yes, we like 6s. That paid $35. And then he rolls an 8. 8. This paid $35. Bring this down. And we place for 100. It's not doing too bad. I think it's recovering well as long as we don't, you know, get blasted again. I'm just kind of straightening my stuff out here so I can try to keep track of it. Okay, then after the 8, we had a 10, an 11, and then he 7s out. That loses. We get this paid $125 down here. And then the very next roll is another 5. So 5 goes back up. We come in for a 110. And the next roll is another 7. Okay. Lose 110, get paid 125. 15, 20, 25. Points off. Next roll is a 9. 125 downtown. We hit a 6. 6 gets paid 35. And then a 3, a 2, and then a 5. 5 comes down, gets paid 35. All right, the rest of it comes down. This goes back to the rack. And we'll place the 9 for 100, because 100 pays 140, which is more than our $125 don't. Then he rolls an 8, a 5, a 6, and then a 7. So this loses, but it gets paid $125 down here for the don't. And let's see. That's it for that point. Then he rolls a 10, so the point becomes 10. 110 inside. And then the next roll is an 8. We'll take the 8, gets paid 35. $35 in the rack. Another 8, an 11, an 8, and then a 7. Okay. So here we're gonna make a little bit more money off the 7. So we got $80 here and $125 here. We'll go ahead and Let's see here. What do I want to do with that? I don't want to pay that. Okay, so 75, 80, or see, we'll just do that. We'll just get rid of this and put that over here and just pay it straight. All right, so there we go. There's 125. I'll just put this back over here and take another nickel out to cover the one we just did. Okay. That's it for that. And then we roll. Where are we at down now? I said we're down less than 200. So being down almost 1,000, we've clawed back about $700 of it so far. Not doing too bad. Okay, I know this is grindy, but hey, sometimes you gotta grind. 10 is the next roll, so that puts a point there. Let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 110 inside. Then he rolls a 3, an 8, and then another 10. The 8 comes down, gets paid. And after the 8, he rolls another 10. So this loses. Well, I was making good traction here. Off. So I come back up with my 125. And hit the next roll is an 11, so I lose that. All right, so now we're going the other direction. I think the hard part about this roll is it was just so many losses in a row that I couldn't, that it's all grind after that, and that I can't get. It's not like lose a couple and then recover, lose a couple then recover, and I can always stay on the front edge of it. This we got during that huge monster roll. We got so far back that just it's taking quite a bit to get out of it, and we're getting some setbacks along that way, but they're not that bad so far. All right, so the next roll was an 8, a 5. And then we hit a 5, and of course we know that on 8s and 6s we only go for 1 hit, and then that is going to pay 35. No, dummy. That comes in here, and then we're going to place the 8 for 120. And then we roll a 7. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? This is a mess here. Hold on. Let me fix this. It's not 105. It's 125 here on the don't. Okay, so we rolled a 7. All right, so we win $5. We'll just do that. 25 for 20. And then of course we roll another 7. All right, so we're back to almost about 450 in the hole. Come back up, and we get a 6. And 6 is a 105 split. And then we roll a 5. Okay, so that pays. We bring this down. Place it for 120. Bring this back to our rack. And then we roll a 6. Okay. All right, so 6 comes down. 120 pays 140. See, 125, 131, 135, 140. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and make some room in the rack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25, 50, 75. There's 100. Get one of those. All right. So, oh, actually, that needs to go here because it's not part of that. Oh, actually, yeah, I could do that. Ah, son of a bitch. Alright. Not confuse these. The lost stack versus the banker stack. Okay, so we're at right at $400 down. And I just rolled a 6, so that's the point. And then we're going to roll an 8. 1 5 split. A 6. Good. You like the 6. I'll go ahead and get some. There's 200. We'll put that there and get, let's see here. Get 100 there. I don't want those. We're gonna do just the 100 there. No, hell with that. All right, we got 2 of those blacks back, and then I still got to pay myself 35. And of course, since that was a 6 and the point is 6, we're only doing for 1 hit. Or the point is 8. We're doing 1 hit and then cover. The next roll was 10, a 10, a 9, a 12, a 6, a 10, a 2, a 9, an 11, a 5, and then an 8. So that hits the point. 110, he pays 140, 125, 130, 135, 140. Next roll is a 6. 2, 3, 4. It's 110 split, and then another 6 immediately. That is not good, but hey, it is what it is. We'll bring this back down. $125. And then we roll a 5. Minus 5. 110 uptown. And then an immediate 5. Oh, that's lovely. So this comes back down. Lose here. Come back up with another 1/4. And roll a 7. lose another one. Well, so we're yo-yoing a little bit here with these terrible rolls. The next, let's get our don't back up here. Next roll is a 6. And do a 105 split. Then we rolled an 11, 12, and a 5. Back down. I paid 35. The rest of this comes down. It's back, and then we go 120. Then we roll a 5, an 8, and then another 6. Have we rolled a 7 out once? A 7 out on any 6 point since once I've gotten to this, once I've gotten to the hedge out stage? I don't think I have. All right, so we lose 125, but I get paid 140, 125, 30, 35, 40. Back. Let's see. The next roll is a 10. 110 inside. And then we get an immediate 7. Alright, so that lost, but I get paid 125, so I got 110, 15, 20, 25. That's another $15 off the top. $15, $15. You know, that if I was on the light side, that immediate 7 would have just been lost. If I was on the dark side, it would have paid 125. But hey, that's the thing you gotta risk. And then next roll is a 4. $110 inside. And then we go roll a back-to-back 4. Dang it. Alright, bring this back to the rack. Back to the rack. Alright, that didn't feel good. Looks like these next rolls ain't gonna feel good either. So we roll an 11. Alright, so we're dipping down again. And then come back up and roll another damn 11. So where are we at here? Just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. So we're back down $1,000 plus some. Oy. That string of losses really sucked. But hey, that's shit you got to deal with. All right, so here we go. Back up on the dump pass, and we roll an 8. And of course that 105 split. And then we roll an 11. Dang, that's 4 11s out of the last 5 rolls. And then of course an 8. All right, so this loses. I think this is the most we've been down so far. So there we go. See if we can get any of this back before the end of this session. And we rolled a 4. Again, 110 inside. This is a long session. To be honest with you, if I'd gotten back to where I was, at that, and then I lost, probably lost a little bit more again, I would say, yeah, I'm good. Because it's you don't want to keep on having to, you know, claw back when you've already clawed back once. All right, so 4, 3, 7. Oh, 110, 115, 120, 125. Seven. Ooh, this is getting nasty. And we got a 9. $110 downtown. 4. Comes down, gets paid. Do 50 for 5. And then we roll a 9. All right. Who's that? This is the hole that I can't do nothing about, really. If I was on the light side, I'd be loving it, but I would, you know, probably would have been hating it for quite a bit there too. As I was digging back, I would have been losing my ass if I was on the light side. Let's go ahead and get some of those back. So let's see here. I don't need all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 50, 75. Oop, nope, need that. All right, there's 100. For 100. And 2, 3, 4, 5, or 4. Let's go ahead and get 2 more right here. I knew this roll was going to be challenging. And okay, go back to 125. We roll a 12. Out this off, and then a 6. Oh, we're doing a 105 split, not a 110 split. And then immediate back 6. Lovely. We're in a little bit of trouble here. All right, so this is coming back to the rack. See if we can get some kind of string going together of wins instead of losses. Let's say 10. Oh, the next point was a 10. Next roll. 110 inside. And then we roll an 8. We like that. 8 comes down, gets paid. 125. And then we roll an 11 and then a 6. 6 comes down, gets paid 120 or 135, or gets paid 35. The rest of it comes down. I'm going to buy the 10 for 75, $4 VIG. And he rolls a 4, a 12, a 6, an 8, a 6, and then a 10. Okay, so 10 is paid. Let's see, I'll lose this. Lose this. I get it paid 150. And then, of course, got to roll an 11 after that because you know can't win without losing immediately afterwards. And then we go back up, and the next roll is a 10, and then another 10. We'll lose that. Ooh, we're really hurting now. Okay, let's do this. We got 125 there. Next roll is a 10. It's 3 10s in a row. See what we can get here. Next roll is an 8. 8 comes down, gets paid 135. Then we roll a 5. It's paid it gets paid 35. This all comes down. I'm going to buy the 10 for 75 with a $4 vig and roll a 7. It comes down. This loses, but gets paid 125. Ah, 25. All right. Got a little bit back there. All right. Then we're going to roll an 8. 105 split. Next roll is a 5. Beautiful. 35. This all comes down. Select my winnings. I'm going to go with a 120. $120 8. And make sure that is 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. All right, so we got $120 8, and next roll is an 8. 120. See, it pays 140. This is 125. 130. 135. 140. Oh, what am I doing? Let's put this back in here. Okay, so there's our 125. I'm going to go ahead and make this easier. See? Okay. And then the next roll is a 10. Maybe we'll get a chance to win some back here. 110 inside. And the next roll is a 6. 6 comes down, get paid 135. And then the next roll, I'll flip it over. I gotta correct some of these here. Just some of my marks that were put in the wrong place. All right, so and then we got an 11, and then an 8. 8 comes down, gets paid 35. I don't know if I'm going to make it back out of this, but we're going to give it a shot. There's not that many rolls left. Alright, so then we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, this goes over here. Buy the 10 for 75 plus $4 vig. And then his next roll was an 8, a 9, a 3, an 8, an 11, a 5, a 3, a 9, an 8, a 3, a 4, an 11, a 9, a 5, an 8, and a 10. So this loses. This gets paid 150. Alright, and then next roll is a 10. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. No, it isn't. Next, let's go back here. The next roll is a 7. Come out 7. Damn it. Let's go. There's 125, and we're going to roll another 7. Oy. 125. And the next point is a 6. I don't think I'm going to get it back, but hey, got to show the losers too. All right, 6. The next roll after the 6 is a 3 and then an 8. 8 is going to win 35. And this comes down. Place it for 120. Next roll is a 2, a 5, and then a 6. 125 pays 140. 30, 45, 30, 40, 35, 40. Next roll is a 6. Oh. 105 split. We roll a 5. Down, gets paid. 135. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, 75, 100. Alright, there we go. Place a 6 for 120. And then we roll a 6. Okay, 6 comes down. Get paid gets paid 140. So 30, 35, 40. Next point is an 8. Just about there, guys. Let's see, 8. And then we come across 110 split, or 105 split. 4, and then a 5. 5 comes down, gets paid. I don't think I got enough time to make it back, but yeah, we'll go with it. Whatever it ends up being. We're going. Oh, there it is. All right, so place the 8 for 120. 11, 5, 5, 7. Lose it. 120. So 125 pays 125. Next point is a 4. Our next roll is a 4. That's a new point. 110 inside. And we roll a 10. a 10, a 3, a 10, and a 4. Oh, jeez. So I lose that. This comes back. $125. Next roll is a 5. It's 110 uptown. And it's smacked again with another 5. Not my day. Let's see. Let's go ahead and cash in one of those finally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 110 or 125, and next roll is come out 7. It's not our day today. Go back again. Although at this point, I've almost definitely left the table in real life. Let's see, especially since it's been it would have been probably about 5. I would have been about 5 hours in, and just asking for a chance to lose it all. All right, the next roll is a 6. So let's go ahead back here. 1, 2, 105 split. That next roll is a 10. Doesn't help us. A 3. Doesn't help us. And a 6. And then a roll an 11. Oh, we're just about there to the end. Oh, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need some quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's roll another 7. Yay! Come out 7s, everybody. We love them. And then we roll an 8. Okay. 105 split. And then we roll 7. This loses. But we win $20 back here, which is just a meaningless gesture at this point. And we roll a 4. And then we roll a 7. Alright, so we lose that. Get paid 15, 20, 25. And then we roll a 5. Is the next point. Alright, so 5 will be 110. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we roll, and he rolls a 9. Comes down, gets paid 35. Then he rolls an 8. Down, gets paid 35. And then all this comes down. And we're just going to place the 5 for 100. And that was the end of his roll, because he decided he was going to stop. He ended up he started at 71.59, ended at 74.99.11 for a profit of 38.52 or only 4.5%. Well, he did better than us, but he was playing DGE. He was, he had several martingales going, but I'm just gonna grab some dice here and just roll out the rest of this point and see what we get. There's an 8, a 4, another 4, hard 4, 10, 6, 6, 11, 3, 3, 9, 7 out. Okay, so this comes down, gets paid here, and that's it. So let's see, where do we end up? I know it wasn't very good. I think I lost about half, maybe a little less. All right, so let's see, we got, let's counter up. $2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25, 50, 75. Do that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 25, 50, 75. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3. All right, there's 400. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coloring it up. One, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1,000. So I lost just under 2,000. Peace, y'all.